the water cycle. Earth is a watery planet. Almost 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water. But if that water stayed peacefully in the oceans, all life on Earth would die of thirst. Luckily, we have something called the water cycle. Earth got its water billions of years ago when it was a very young planet. Since then, the same water has been used and reused. Heat from the sun drives enormous amounts of water to move between the oceans and land. This never-ending exchange gives us the water we drink every day. Let's start with the oceans and the other water bodies. These hold almost all the water on Earth. Warmed by the sun, water from the lakes, rivers and oceans evaporates or changes from a liquid to a vapor. This moist air quickly rises into the atmosphere. Plants and trees too lose water in the form of vapor. This is called transpiration. Carried by winds, often for great distances, the water vapor starts to cool. When it has cooled enough, it condenses, turning into tiny droplets of water that clump together to form clouds. From these clouds, the water then returns to Earth in the form of rain or snow. Most of this water drops right back into the ocean, completing the cycle. Some of it soaks into the soil or seeps deeper underground. Some freezes into ice caps and glaciers. On the surface, rainwater runs off into rivers and lakes. The force of gravity slowly pulls the water to the oceans to start the cycle again. Groundwater. The Earth also soaks up some of the water, storing it in the ground. Water under the ground is called groundwater or aquifer. Water creeps slowly downward, trickling through openings in the bedrock under the Earth's surface, and then makes its way back to the ocean. Many people pump water directly from an underground aquifer and use it for their drinking water. Transpiration. When the sun comes out and heats up the water, it turns into vapor or steam. Helping to add vapor are the plants, trees, and the land because they lose water too. This is called transpiration. Evaporation. Evaporation begins with heat. Heat from the sun makes water molecules start to move around. Eventually, they bump around so much that they break free of the bonds that hold them together and float off as water vapor. The higher the temperature, the more molecules will escape. Condensation. When water vapor in the air gets cold, it gets collected to form clouds. This is called condensation. As the water vapor in clouds condenses, it turns into larger and larger droplets. After a while, the droplets start to fall. They may fall as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. This fills up our lakes, streams, and oceans on the surface of the Earth. Shown here is a diagram of the water cycle. Carefully observe the diagram and the labels before you start the activity. Each part that gets highlighted must be labeled. To label the parts, click on the correct option from the list given.